turning a corner, but we're not. I could tell you that we are coming to a crossroads, but we're not. I could tell you that as a country, we are taking a good long look in the mirror, but that too would be little more than just another ignorant illusion intended to lull you back to sleep. We are driving off the edge of a cliff and our government is slamming down on the accelerator. I hope that someday your children and grandchildren will be blessed enough to be free enough to want to know, what did you do when your rights were being auctioned off to special interests? What did you do when your country was being sold out from underneath you? What did you do when your government became little more than a grand scheme to steal from the poor to give to the rich? I know I want to have a very good answer, and when I die, I will die knowing that I gave everything I had to create a freer, more peaceful world of abundance for my children. The most dangerous word in the world today is capitalism. The establishment hates this word because this word represents an idea. This idea means freedom, equality under the law, and prosperity for a society that respects and protects the rights of every human being, regardless of wealth, age, gender, color, race, or creed, and holds all forms of coercive force morally reprehensible. This idea is so dangerous to the established order of exploitation that it has been slandered. This idea has been violently resisted. This idea has been shot to hell and back. But as we know, ideas are bulletproof. Every attempt to indulge the impossible illusion of material equality has been met by a frustrating reality of mass exploitation and widespread poverty. This sacrifice of morality for materialism is a product of that same evil element of human nature that would have you trade liberty for security, with the inevitable resulting loss of both. They would have you believe that to be rich, or greedy, or evil is what it takes. But make no mistake, if you believe in the right to own yourself, if you believe in the right to own property, if you believe in the right to trade your property, if you believe in freedom as I do from the bottom of my heart, then you too are a capitalist. Economically, a free society is like a rough fabric tossed over rugged terrain. When the Fed was born, it pulled up a point of that fabric and created the gross, unnatural spike of wealth and power around it. Just below the bankers are the federal government and the financial system. And below them are the hosts of corrupt corporations that Thomas Jefferson predicted would result from any central bank. Down here, the rest of us have a mere illusion of freedom and a sick semblance of the rights to own and freely trade our own property. But we have been conditioned by government-run schools and an endless stream of propaganda to curse the illusion instead of fighting for real freedom. You want to be a threat to the establishment? You want to really stick it to the man? Speak the truth. And the truth is that what we have now is not capitalism. When you have a false authority that has a monopoly on the medium of exchange, that is not capitalism. When you have a small group of men that can print claims to wealth without creating anything of value, that is not capitalism. When you have a central bank that has the permission of the federal government to steal from every American with $1 in their pocket by inflation, that is not capitalism. Inflation is a tax, and the power to tax is the power to destroy and the Federal Reserve is destroying America. And as Henry Ford said, it is well enough that people of the nation do not understand our banking and monetary system, for if they did, I believe there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning. Well, we are starting to understand, we are starting to revolt, and it may not be done by tomorrow morning, but make no mistake, there is another revolution happening in America. Every revolution has been a philosophical one first. Revolution is a phenomenon of hearts and minds. It is only the resistance to revolution by the establishment that has been a source of violence. John Adams said, "The revolution was effected before the war commenced." The revolution was in the minds and hearts of the people, a change in their religious sentiments, of their duties and obligations. This radical change in the principles, opinions, sentiments, and affections of the people was the real American Revolution. This revolution is a shift to a new paradigm. It is a shift away from government and towards community. A shift away from authority and towards freedom. It is a shift away from fear and towards love. The most dangerous people in the world today are those of you who think for yourselves. Every day, more and more Americans are starting to do just that. The worse things get, the more people start questioning the elaborate illusion painted for us by the propaganda, and therein lies the opportunity. It is time we make the freedom movement a threat to the establishment. If you don't have an opposition candidate to vote for, you are powerless in the face of a corrupt congressman. If you don't have a candidate who represents you, it's time to jump in the race yourself. If you're not running, find and support someone who is. If your threats remain idle, they will continue to ignore you. You don't do politics? That's okay. Politics will keep doing you.
Hell yeah.
This is not a revolution of talking points that will be broadcast through the mainstream media, but a revolution of individuals sharing their passion with others. The first American Revolution was a whisper that grew to a gale force, a spark that became a raging fire, an idea that ended a tyranny. And so must our revolution be today. To hearken back to the ideals upon which this country was founded will get you branded as an extremist. To be a champion of the U.S. Constitution will have you denounced as a radical. But the truth is far more serious. Because to live these ideals and to dedicate your life to these values will make you nothing less than a revolutionary. Remember, when we say revolution, we say it with love. This revolution is merely one segment of the exponential, the inevitable arc of the story of humanity towards a state of perfect liberty. And we are blessed to live in a country that became the forefront of that progress by a revolution of hearts and minds, a revolution of ideas, a revolution against the divine right of kings. This new American Revolution is a paradigm shift against the divine right of government.